Welcome.
Love me when love me when love me when
Welcome. Basically, what this is going to be today is a tech review about how to install RAM and what kind of RAM is there and how would you know what RAM a motherboard took. Be right back. Gotta get a chair to sit down because it's going to be some intense shit. Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to the video. We're going to get right into what we're talking about today. We're talking about RAM. Isn't that right? We're talking about RAM, aren't we? Yeah, we're talking about you guys. Hey, what's up guys? We're going to be talking today about RAM. What is RAM? Think about RAM as your brain to your body. Your RAM pretty much makes the things of your computer run. So, which is saying that you need your brain for your pretty much just for your whole body to work, right? Well, just think of RAM as that to your computer. It really is. RAM controls your computer. Nothing will work on your computer without this stick of RAM. The one thing that will actually work on the computer is it turning on. Luckily, I'm here to tell you guys how to work this thing. Okay, there's different kind of RAMs. There's about 4 different kind of RAMs. There's DDR1, DDR2, DDR3, and DDR4. DDR1s is one I have right here. I do not have any DDR2s except when they're rare. You know, like I would have been able to buy one, or I probably could have looked for one. But I looked everywhere in all my PCs. I've junked out and stuff, and I cannot find one DDR2. But I have found a DDR1. DDR2s and DDR1s are probably the rarest of them all. DDR1s, I was lucky enough to part from my grandma's computer. I got it out of this motherboard right here. It's an Intel Celeron. It's probably about an early 2000 computer, probably around 2006 or 2005. This computer probably would take you about 30 minutes to load up porn because it's so damn slow. That's what I gotta say. So kids out there, be happy you guys have DDR4 and good computers and good electronics, because back in the day, it was hard for us to look up porn. So, I'm kidding, it's just a joke. But it probably would actually take 30 minutes to look up porn. It really would. So, I was actually very surprised when I found this DDR1. This DDR1 was basically just sitting in this computer, and the way you put in this computer is this slot right here. I will go into my camera on my phone here a little bit and show you guys pretty much my personal perspective of these RAMs and what they look like. But right now I'm just telling you guys pretty much what RAM is and how to work it. Okay, basically, the more RAM you have, the faster your computer can access its memory. It basically would go like, okay, it's like the Adderall to a person's body. What does Adderall do? It speeds up their focus. It speeds up their, efficiency. That's what not Adderall. That's what RAM does to your computer. The more RAM you have, the more fast your computer can think and do things and do different tasks. It does not make graphics go faster. It does not make anything else go faster. It might affect a little bit of it, but it's actually very efficient for streaming. I did find that out because my old computer that I did build about 4 or 5 years ago, my first computer I ever built did have this DDR3 in it, which was just about early 2012, 2010, early around that, when DDR3s were very, very brand new and very efficient. DDR3s, it's very more advanced than DDR1 and DDR2. DDR1s, DDR2s, you can only get them in 4 gigabytes a piece. DDR3s changed the whole freaking game, and you can get them up to 128 gigs. Very much 128 gig RAM of DDR3 nowadays will probably be about $150 to $100, somewhere around there. It just depends what kind of brand you buy. Another thing is, RAM does not depend on brand. Therefore, you can buy whatever you want, but brands does kind of bring a cool look to them. Like my new DDR4 Ripjaws, they look very cool. Right, you can see right here, my favorite color is red, and they have very cool texture to it, and that's what you pretty much pay for. But DDR1s, DDR3s, they were very expensive back in the day, and I did buy mine. I bought one of them for about $30, and that was a DDR4, but DDR3 4 gigabyte. Because that was very expensive back in the day. Actually, to be honest with you guys, the newer the RAM, the more or less expensive it is. Let's say DDR1 would be more expensive to buy nowadays than it would for DDR4. My DDR4, one of these would be about $40 a piece. It's 8 gigabyte. I bought a pack for about $100, but I did have to pay for taxes and stuff, so it came out to about $104 after shipping and stuff. But I did spend about $110 the most on this, if you round it up. So on these two right here, I have two of them. I have two 8 gigabytes. My computer now, I just took them out of your computer, has 16 gigabyte RAM. Which is very good for what I do on it. I do not do many things but edit and stuff like that, like basics. But RAM would be very good for people that do like Minecraft servers. It does do good for people that do stream a lot. It does do good for people that want to work a lot, and is very fast paced and has no patience of something uploading. But that could also improve with the processor too, if you really think about it. But these DDR1s are very expensive. The reason why I don't have a DDR2 is because I would probably have to pay about $40 to $50 for a DDR2 chip, and that would be pretty much pointless when making a video that's not going to be making any money like this one. This video right here is just for a tutorial. I don't know how big it's going to get, you know, bubble this, but I'm not going to go spend $50 on a thing I'm never going to use. So, hate to say it, maybe here in the future, but basically. So I have all 3 DDRs, but I don't have a DDR2. There's 4 of them though. So I have this DDR1, like I said earlier, DDR1s are very, very, very high tech back in the days, but now they're just pretty much, you might as well just throw your computer away if you have a DDR1 motherboard and stuff, because they're pretty much just shit. Okay, so like I said, we're going back to DDR3s. DDR3s, like I said, can go up to 128 gigs. They're very efficient, they can be very fast, but they were very much outpointed. They came out around early 2010s, 2011, and nowadays they have this new thing. It's called DDR4s, and DDR4 is what I have. DDR4 is pretty much just the same thing, go to about 128 gig. I don't know if it can go up higher or anything like that. I've only seen 128 gigs, my personal one in my life. Like I said, I bought this for about $40 a piece. DDR3s could go about $50, $60 a piece now for whatever, you know, you get. 4 gigabytes, probably about 30, 40 bucks. God, I'm burping, man. God, I hate this. So basically, you're pretty much paying for the name, you're also paying for the gigabytes, and you're also paying for your motherboard, what kind of size it is. I would more efficiently, as myself, as a programmer and a computer genius and geek, I would practically say I would go with a DDR4. DDR3s are pretty good too, but get higher RAM on DDR3s if you're going to do so. It really just depends on what kind of motherboard you buy. Like I said, DDR4s can only have mostly has mostly USB 3 ports. That's how you can tell a lot of the newer motherboards are DDR4s. The newer motherboards, the newer the DDR. If you go on Amazon and buy like this one right down here, I have about another motherboard down here in my old computer that I was just scrapping out. It has a DDR3 motherboard, which is a gigabyte. I'm not very know what the specifications of that gigabyte is, but I just know it's a gigabyte motherboard. And that motherboard's pretty old. It's probably about 2012, 2013 motherboard. I don't know when they bought it or whatever. They custom built it. But the smaller the motherboard probably is going to be the smaller the motherboard, but DDR is too. My new motherboard is very huge. That's why it has a DDR4 in it, and that's why I had to buy these personally. So that's crazy. But look how big this motherboard is for an old 2003, 2005, you know, computer. It's huge. Nowadays, like, half the shit is even on these anymore. Like, you can see all like these they're pretty much just the electronics and stuff. I don't even want to fucking look at this anymore. That's terrible. So we're gonna basically go and look at one of my old motherboards. I'm gonna go ahead and turn my camera on for you to show you guys a little bit about it. Okay, so now you guys are looking at my perspective of me. This is my motherboard. This is my old one, probably about a year or two ago I did buy this. You can see that I did take out my processor and stuff. It's basically that. And also, before you do touch anything, make sure you tap the side of it, or make sure you don't have any socks or even on a hardwood floor. Before you do it, to discharge your electric shocks so you don't shock your motherboard or whatever, you know, so you don't ruin anything. But basically, this is where your processor would be. This is where your RAM would be. These slots right here, you pretty much just push these right here back, and then they lock right. You can't see because it's black. And then you would snap it in, and you'd go like that. You would see this right there is those little chip things right there. That is where you slide these chip things. You guys, like I said earlier, the little chips, the teeth marks, all of them have different ones. You see that the DDR3s and the DDR4s, they don't line up. You see, they're a little off. They're all a little off. They all go to a little bit of a right. You see, like this one's very, very off, and that's the DDR1, and that's the new. That's actually the old DDR3. This is the DDR4. DDR4 compared to DDR3 is very different as well. Well, actually, maybe because I had the wrong one. It's still very different. Still very, very different. You can see right there, very different. And basically, that's VeriFor because of you know, so you don't get distracted or you know you don't get anything wrong. Actually, when I bought my bought this one, I actually thought it was a DDR3, but I actually knew it was a DDR3, but I thought it was a DDR4, so I did go buy DDR4s on accident. And actually, I didn't go buy DDR4s. I went and bought DDR. Actually, I went. It was a new one I got, the new desktop I got. I'm not gonna show you over there. It's a mess because I was taking some stuff out to find these parts for you. But when I got the new one, I bought DDR3s, and then I was like, oh shit, well, it's a DDR4. I totally messed up. It's my fault. I forgot. But I went ahead and bought these two DDR4s. See, like this one right here won't fit because the chips don't match. You see, like the chips don't match, so it wouldn't fit. But if it was this one right here, you pretty much just install it by sliding this into that crack and then this one to that crack, and going ahead and push it down, snaps, and it's in. Like, that's how you do it, so it doesn't come out. That's basically how you do it. That's how you pretty much install that. There's another side right here, which is this is actually the PCI slot. If you guys did not know, this is for like graphics cards and stuff like that. You can, like, pretty much basic information you guys probably already know. But I had a NVIDIA 980 Ti graphics card in here, but I had to have like an extra thing so I could put the graphics card in. But basically, that is what it's like. This is a DDR1, like I said. DDR3. You see the difference? That's the front. You see the difference on that? See? Difference. DDR4s. Difference. And you see the difference of all of them. They're all different and they're all unique in their own little ways. So I'm gonna pretty much take this out and we're gonna go back to the camera and I'm gonna show you guys the ending of this video. Alright, so since you guys did see what I had on my phone and what I did for you guys on my phone, I'm sorry that the camera angles are pretty shit and how it's shaking, but it's very hard to show you guys inside this motherboard, mostly because it's black, it's all blacked out and everything's black in it. So it's kind of very hard, but I hope I did help you guys a lot on how to learn about RAMs. Like I said, I'm going to go ahead and revamp. I'll pretty much summarize what I said today. RAMs are the things you got to have. Mandatory, very, very mandatory. Think of them as the brain to your body for your computer. You have to have them. Bigger the gigabytes, the better. The more DDR, the cheaper. I actually would prefer the DDR4s. Get a motherboard that's very good. Motherboards are the things that actually have the DDR4s, so motherboards are actually the most valuable to the point. So if I was you, I'd get a brand new, like I have an Asus. I have the Asus 8 Gen. It's a very, very good, very, very good motherboard. I bought it for about $212 free shipping on my newegg.com. I will send the link down below for Newegg to go check out there. They have really good cheap parts if you're looking for building your computer. My next video will pretty much be discussing how to hook up a computer and what is the best way to hook it up. That'll probably be within the next week or so because I'm actually going to Arizona in 2 days. So, 2 days. So I'll pretty much just be vlogging for those 2 days or doing whatever. But I will be doing so many tech reviews before then. I actually have to do one more after this. The tech videos are gonna be tech videos are gonna be so freaking crazy. That's all I'm gonna be uploading within the next couple of days. So I hope you guys did enjoy this. I'm sorry that, like I said, I'm sorry that the camera angle is pretty shit in the computer, and I hope I did teach you guys something about RAMs. If not, then I'm very sorry, and you can keep looking on the internet. But basically, just leave your comments down below and let me know what else you guys want help with the computer. If you guys need any help with any other things about a computer or learning how to do anything else, just let me know. Tell me what else I should do for the computer. If you guys wanted me to do a whole 40-minute video how to hook up a computer, I will do it. How to build a computer, I will do it. Basically, nothing is not working for me. I'm actually very free for every day for it, but here in a couple days I won't be back. I'll be leaving Saturday, and I won't be back till about Tuesday, so I'll be making a video about Wednesday or Thursday on the tech stuff. So I will have videos coming out though during it, because I have my new laptop, my new Mac, and I actually got to shoot the Anchor video after this. So I hope you guys do enjoy. I'll see you guys later. Peace.